guys, so what I'm going to do is start blocking some of this color out. Part of it is to literally make it stand out, so it gives me a little bit more of ability to see things, and then just it lets more of it just to stand. So here's the when you're creating stuff, you know, part of it is the ability to sit there and have color and you know, literally have fun with things. I'm using a synthetic brush right now, just so it can pull the color. So here, and then I'm using a little thinner so it doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't really. It makes it smooth. I'll come back and work on this. What I'm trying to do is just to kill that stark color. His face. If you notice that every time that I'm sitting there working on this portrait, one of the things that you guys are seeing is that every brush stroke to cover some of this oxide red is really making it more pop out. The portrait right now is really having a life on its own just by sitting down and just, in a sense, just, you know, outlining, you know, the neck, you know, the t-shirt. And one of the reasons I use this green, it is because it makes that face pop. And there's a glow that's green of the shirt, which I'm going to make it green as well. And then I can change this a little bit later. The background you can change. But more than anything, what you're trying to do is just to create this great contrast. So at this point, you could pretty much stop and say I'm done, and the painting will look good. But we really want to make it magnificent. Try to push yourself to the ultimate. I mean, push yourself to a point where you're creating masterpieces. Technology today gives the ability. Can you imagine? I'm sitting here with this technology, and the masters couldn't even sit there and take a picture. They'd have to have a real person sit there for hours and then go back, and then the thing is that I've done with this, by taking this picture, I've captured the light from it not to moving, because let's say the light's over here and I would have to sit there and paint the same kid over and over in the same light at the same time, because the light's constantly moving. Technology gives us the ability to do some incredible work. These brushes, this just everything. The paint, you're not having to sit there and grind this paint. You're not sitting there trying to pull the hairs off of some kind of vermin to make brushes. You know, you're not having to cut them and glue them together. You're buying them and they're really cheap, and this canvas much less, weaving this whole material to get it. I mean, technology is beautiful. So, anyways. Let's go back. I'm going to work on the lips right now. I'm going to work on the lips, and then I'm going to go to the eyes. I have about 20 minutes, so I'm going to kind of try to rush as quickly as possible. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take some of this green. All right, so this green right there. You see it? There's that green right there. There's a green right under that light. Okay. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to sit there and warm it up. So now I'm sitting down finding the color where I have it, and I'm having a hard time, but I'll find it here pretty soon. Normally, one of the things that I like to do is make my colors beforehand. and then put them down. So I'm sitting here putting this, warming this up. This goes down like so. This right here is there. So there, there, there. So there, there. I'm gonna get a little pink here. And that pink right there. Look at that. That's that pink. I'm gonna go to mauve. This right here. Remember that green I just left right there? I'm just. So now, I'm going to take this mauve. Sometimes when you put too much color like that, it kills it. It really, you start to struggle and you have a lot of problems that you have to solve. So here I'm going to slow down a little bit and start finessing color. Alright. So now I'm going to feather this out. So now I started looking at the color how I see it. This right here comes up right here like so. I should really focus on the eye right now, but I'm going to screw it. I'm just going to get this baby done. So I'm pulling the color up to the side. Okay. Here this is more of a red right there. More of a red. Right there like so. There's a shadow right here. I said I was going to work on the lips, didn't I? I've done everything but the lips. But it's okay. So I've softened my broad strokes and killed them all, minus this one right here. So here, I'm going to come back and lighten this a little bit more. Put a brush stroke right here, there. Be really careful that I. So now I'm going to go back to the lips now. Okay. So I got the lips here. There's a shadow. The dark red is a mauve on one side. It's this color right here. A little bit of red there. He looks like he's got girly lips. But art takes time, guys. And listen, in painting, get comfortable with the ugly stage. There's always an ugly stage. The thing that this technique allows you is to really see things for what they are. Allows you to be creative. Allows you not to feel like you're lost. Be patient in this stage. when you make a brush stroke, understand that sometimes you need the rest of the colors for it to work. Look at this right there. I'm going to pull the color. Look at that. I'm going to take a little bit of this green. Oh, no. Oh, lighter. In sometimes when you're painting like this, you can actually get the wrong color, but it's the right tone. And if you can learn that it's the right tone, it doesn't necessarily. When you did the oxide, it allows you to see things for what they are. See that? I love that kind of. It looks pretty cool right there. I'm going to pull it right here on the nose. Connect that right there. So I'm going to pull the color here, feather this out. Good. I'm going to warm this up a little bit more. This is going to be a little bit warmer. That's a brush stroke, right? So here I'm going to feather this out. Good, good, good. That's looking good. Remember that green that I left right there? And the question is, does it start to look like it's popping out of the canvas? And hopefully, from you viewers over there, hopefully you guys say yes. If not, you guys can go to hell. No, I'm just kidding. You guys don't have to go to hell. You can come visit me. No, I'm just messing with you guys. Now, my partner over here doesn't like that I use this foul language and everything, and I've just explained to him, you can kiss my ass. Not literally, okay, guys, but anyways, part of this whole thing is about having fun and creating and enjoying and making mistakes. Have fun more than anything more. I want to tell you guys that the best thing that you guys can do is literally have fun. If you guys are not enjoying this, please just go do something else. The whole thing about painting is about discovering, making mistakes, not quitting, figuring out how to do stuff, practicing, and owning it. It's the ability to sit down and say, this is mine, I've worked for it. It's like being able to run a marathon. The first mile sucks, but after a while you get really good and you can really run in a long distance. That really becomes the most important thing, is that you're capable of doing it. But the beauty of it, the beauty of creating is that you can literally see where you've been, and you can see what you've done, and that to me is awesome, because when I sit down and I do a piece of artwork and I go, that was me, I did this. To me, it's kind of sobering that all men, including you guys, have the greatest ability to create. Now, most of us sit down and say it's a gift, and really, honestly, guys, that's malarkey. When I was born, the easel didn't come afterwards, after the placenta. No, seriously. I mean, I have to work at this. Even to this day, I have to work at this. And here I am teaching, and guess what I'm doing, guys? I'm working, and I'm having fun, and I'm enjoying life. And it's cost me, but at least every day I get up, everybody basically sits there and says, Robert, you work really hard. very dedicated. And I'm constantly telling them, I was like, nah, see, I don't really think I work really hard. I think I love what I do. I want to die with a brush in my hand. I want to sit down and really just, you know, when it's all said and done, they're going to look at me and they're going to go, wow, look at the crap he created. No, I'm just kidding, guys. More than anything, they're going to sit there and say, lead by example. Have fun, enjoy. Really enjoy, guys. These videos, we hope we get some sponsorship, so please subscribe if you're interested. But more than anything, I love the arts, and I've dedicated my whole life to becoming an artist, and it's been by choice, and it's been a struggle, but it's a struggle that I find it's worth it. I love artists. I have a love for artists that sit down and dedicate themselves to do something. The thing is, because it's like-minded people from all types of life that sit there and they struggle and they try to master and they try to learn and they fail and they get up and do it again. And that's the beauty of painting. It's continuously figuring out, how to do stuff. So here I am struggling with this painting. I'm not really struggling, but solving these. Look how long he's got some long lips. I'm gonna put a little bit of color here. So my partner over here is going to tell me, hey, cut down some of the crap that I said. And guess what, guys? It's just a bunch of crap. Take it or leave it. But anyways, so here I'm working on this. I still got to work on the eye. And the face is pretty much done. The chest. Huh?
You got 10 minutes.
I got 10 minutes. So I got 10 minutes. Let me see if I can get the eye done, get the shirt done, get the hair done, and get out of here. Oh, by the way, if you stick your tongue out, that means you're really getting into it, okay? What color is this? Oh, you see that? That's kind of a purplish red. This technique is a really great technique to apply in creating portraits. I got this technique from a friend of mine who he was always using the underpainting was an oxide red, and I noticed that I liked most of his paintings that had an oxide color, and I was like, wow, what the hell is that? So I started realizing that oxide is it's a transparent color. But the beauty of it is that when you paint with it, you can create these incredible. You have these little oranges pop out through the eyes, and you don't cover it all that well. But the beauty of it is that you can create this incredible feel to it. with this color, and it tells an incredible story. I've noticed that some of my best paintings have what they call the underpainting with that oxide, and I love that. So there's a tinge of light right here. Right there. Do you see, guys? Do you see that right there? I'm going to come back and put a little bit of light right here. Look at that. Let's soften that edge. So you're going to grab this other brush here. Get these boogers out. All right, that's looking good. So here's the, I'm going to make it a little bit more dramatized right there. Grab a little bit of this, grab a little bit of this. So that looks like he has a booger. So good, look at that. Starting to work out. So here's this. I'm going to make this. Let me get this eye. No, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm going to start working on this eye. We're going to start working on this eye right here. That's a little bit wider. A little bit more white right there instead of blue. Light's hitting it. So now, next time when we get ready to do this again, we're doing this at least once a week. We're doing a show for you guys. Oh, that's a big eye. See how I screwed up, guys, right there? I made this eye really huge. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and clean this off, and I'm going to push the color back. Pushing the color back sometimes is the easiest thing. Pushing the color back is really the easiest thing. Like, wait, so here I'm going to see that right there. So I'm going to make a take a little bit of this right here. All right. I'll take a little bit of this red. And a little bit more red. There's you know, it's funny because there's all these colors, and sometimes you can get like a black, and the black can be a black blue, and the black can actually be a black red or a black green, and the beauty of it is that when you start seeing the color, you learn to sit there and see that. You can also have red that has more of a purple or more of a orange, and you can push the color in any direction. Sometimes you can make a red that has more of a brown. The brown's actually more green. So, but the beauty of it is that you sit down and you start really creating some really incredible. So anyways, so that's the portrait right there, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to start putting some really rich colors here. Might not work out, but all right. So now, alrighty. So now I'm going to put some hair. All right. So the beauty about hair is I'm going to use we're going to use some brown. Huh? Okay. So here's the beauty about hair. I'm using this flat brush, and I'm just going to quickly and they're calling me. We got 2 minutes and I'm being called. Before it falls into the thinner and we blow up. So I'm going to be really quickly here. I'm going to put a little bit of green to this right here. So anyways, guys, so this, by the time you guys see this, it'll be a nice little portrait, and you guys saw that it didn't take me that long. This technique that I have here with this Oxide is a really cool portrait. What I'm doing right now is just kind of making the emphasis of color. You know, sitting there making the hair, making these strokes, having fun, just following the hair, the direction that the hair is going to go. And not really caring how perfect it is, but having fun at doing it. Understanding that the mistakes happen. Don't be too anal about the whole thing. Have fun, enjoy, understand that a mistake is a good thing. If you don't enjoy this, don't do it. And send me all your supplies, I'll take them. So anyways, all right guys, well anyways, that's the whole point right there. Enjoy, thank you for being here, and we'll send you a picture of how it looks next week. Talk to you guys soon.